Okay, so for week 5, you're going to have pretty much what we've had, but I have done a little bit of variation this week. So you have to answer 8 out of 10 questions. I was trying to actually score it also based on having you do some follow-up questions, but I've decided that I have it here to ask, right? But the calculation of the score. So you no longer have, and I think I may have done this last week, the ask questions. It will be what's my score. Now, if you don't achieve the 80% from the 10 questions, you can keep answering. You can ask it for more questions. The one thing, here's a couple things I've noticed in reading some of the students' conversations, the chat sessions, is that sometimes the AI, and remember, AI, I only give it a prompt to try to get it to do what I want it to do for your experience, and sometimes it will venture outside of that. So based on this, one of the things, if it starts to ask you query to write SQL outside of what we've covered, then you can tell it, hey, we haven't covered that, and it is directed to give you the point. And now I do this because I saw at least a couple of students get frustrated when it would ask. But if you're also somebody who wants to extend your knowledge, you could definitely give it a try, because remember, you have 2 attempts here, and you know, it gives you good hints. I've done it a couple times and it definitely gives you hints. Remember, it doesn't save your progress. I think you all have gotten that. And it can be a little deceiving because what it's doing is it's giving you variations on the queries you wrote for this week. And it also, this week I included all the SQL we've covered. So you may see some of that as well. So read the questions carefully. I noticed when I was doing it a couple times, I was assuming it was asking me something it wasn't. You can still ask for the schema, like show me the schema, or I think show me the columns will also work. I've seen some of you do a variation of that. Sometimes what I will do is also just have that on my screen so that I can see it, but it works as well. Really what I'm looking for is, did you answer 8 out of 10 and did you do 2 submissions? I know I talked about this in attendance, but in general, I recommend doing 2 different attempts. You'll hear me talk about in the coming weeks as we're changing some things with the way these AI Canvas assignments work. I mean, this is honestly a work in progress. My hope is that they help extend your experience of reading and writing queries. That is the hope. So more time reading and writing queries. All right, hopefully that gives you a setup for what you're doing this week, and I hope you enjoy.